Journey to God's House, Chapter 9, entitled, My Music is Holier Than Your Music. So Brock Talon starts off this chapter by reminding us that back in those days, there were rumors about backwards masking and subliminal messages in popular music, and that it was a woeful time to be in Bethel if you were a music lover, because you had to hide what you listened to. And I think that's still the case, not to the extent that it may have been back then, because I can only imagine what the craze was when these subliminal backwards messages were the popular thing back then. So he goes on to talk about how he had a conversation with a ministerial servant in his congregation. Again, a ministerial servant is an elder in training. So this person wasn't a particularly important person at Bethel, but he did have the Bethel outlook and mindset, being trapped in the matrix. He was probably an uber JW. And although he didn't have a lot of authority or importance, he did serve some time at Bethel, so he had a little bit of seniority. He had that going for him. But basically, this ministerial servant tried to guilt Brock into throwing away one of his albums from Elton John. And he hands him a list of music that debases. And he said it looked like it was photocopied 100 different times. Half of it was gone, half of it had hand scribbles, so some of it was added to the list and some of it was crossed out. And you know, that's how it goes with Jehovah's Witnesses. Things change. Nothing remains the same. So he tries to guilt Brock into throwing away his Elton John CDs or tapes. And so Brock starts firing back about the music he listens to, such as Van Halen. And they have a particular song that I also enjoy called Running with the Devil. And so how could it be okay for musicians such as Van Halen to glorify immorality and fornication, but it'd be bad to listen to a song from Elton John who doesn't glorify homosexuality? So there's just hypocrisy all around. And even today, Jehovah's Witnesses are scared to offend others by what they listen to. Matter of fact, if you have a gathering or get together or some sort of party, more often than not, there needs to be a Jehovah's Witness elder who looks at the music list to make sure it's all clean and cut and wouldn't stumble someone. So it's really just a formality, and it's kind of ridiculous. But as with most things, it's all ridiculous with Jehovah's Witnesses. So anyways, we're going to cut this one short. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next. Thank you for listening to my summary of the book, Journey to God's House. Post your comments, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for the next chapter.